what's up, guys? Let me start by apologizing for the horrible, horrible pun that I intend to make the title of this video. Uh, Thank you for tolerating how terrible that was. It's probably been done a million times, and I apologize. So this is kind of be combo video, just one invitation to some people, and two, an update and review on what this game currently is for people that may have picked it up when it first came out and hated it or couldn't run it or had issues with it. I know the optimization was really bad, and don't worry, I'm going to move. We're not just going to stare at this skybox forever. There is things around me. You may notice some flickering tails in the very bottom right hand corner, but we'll address that in a second. So when this game came out, I didn't play it. I had been burned a few times on early access games and looked at stuff on this one and realized it wasn't optimized, had all kind of problems. It's been updated a lot. It damn near updates every 2 days. There are a lot of patches coming through. The developers are still around, so I mean it is still a work in progress, but it's a functional work in progress. It's also gorgeous, as you can tell by the skybox, and I don't have the most beastly machine ever. It was a beastly machine when it came out. Now it's a bit old. If anyone wants to know about specs, let me know in a comment or something, and I'll post somewhere, I guess. But the game is phenomenal. Let me just start there, and I'll start moving around so you guys can kind of see what we've got going on. Now, before anyone that's played this jumps down my throat, yes, there are a few mods on our server. Some quality of life stuff. We've run an S+, some carry weight mods, things like that. Nothing too cheaty other than the Stargates, which you'll see in a minute. Other than that, it's all mostly quality of life stuff, and then pulling stuff in from other mods. The creatures from Scorched Earth and Ragnarok, for instance, are on the island map for us via a mod. Nothing game-breaking, just stuff to make the game not take 400 hours. It only takes 100 for us. So as you can see, we got a couple pets out here in the river. I moved these out here because they're big and annoying, and I don't like having them in the base, but for sake of the pun title, we're going to have a welcome to Jurassic Park moment here. As I open the big ridiculous doors that actually enter what we call the base. We basically walled off a section of the starting island area, excuse me, and have gone a bit crazy. Now anyone that's played this, the wind turbines for instance are from the new map, not usually available on this map, added via a mod, so yes, and yeah, that's a normal ass Stargate up there from the Stargate series, again not supposed to exist but added, and my personal dragon, Lightning Dragon, added from the Scorched Earth DLC, so not cheated in. We still had to steal eggs from somewhere on the map, but, you know, very cool. I'll do the rest of this from the air just because I like being on my dragon. So we have our mosh pit of dinosaurs down here at the end. This is where I tend to breed, I hit the wrong button. This is where I tend to breed the larger animals. As you can see, they're all kind of stuck right now because the feeding trough and the caretaker are in the middle there, and they tend to spaz out a little bit. But, you know, all growing up. I don't know why the red and yellow ones have randomly bred. That's been freaking me out a little bit, because all the ones I captured in the wild were brown. And I have slowly started to get these weird mutant divergent colors that's freaking me out a little bit. But, you know, and the pack of Carnosaurs, or those are the Utisauruses and the Rexes. As you can see, I'm losing a little bit of frame rate, but this is while recording and while uploading and while watching something on epic settings. But the game runs great if you've got the machine for it. I would make sure you have the machine for it, although running it on lower settings on a basic machine does work fine now, from what I've been told. It just won't look quite like this, and from what I've seen, the biggest issue is the textures on the land tend to be the weakest thing when you downgrade, and the render distance goes to hell. Like, the stuff I can see in the background just would not be there. This is our water pen. It's where I keep all my ridiculous water animals that no one understands why I have, but it's fun down there. Well, it's terrifying down there, but it's fun down there. Then that wooden house is where we started the game, little shack we built up, and then have slowly expanded and added power to and stuff like that. And then, of course, when we had resources coming in, we went crazy, built this metal glass thing over here where our big furnace is at. My buddy's currently keeping his dragon. I heard the combat music kick in there. Guess not. Then of course our bird cage over here past the windmills. This is where our two Quetzals currently are at. With the Stargate on top, of course. We have a couple bases set up with the Stargate. It works as a teleporter. It doesn't do anything crazy. It just, we have another base past the mountain, and instead of having to fly there every time, we can go through the teleporter. And yeah, I know it's not part of the game, and it is the cheatiest thing we have. But it's, again, the mods we have are quality of life stuff. It's time-saving stuff. It's so that you don't have to spend 4 hours walking to the base that we already walked to and set up. You can't teleport the Stargate out there. You have to go out there and set up the other end. So I don't consider it too bad. It just saves on some travel time. And this little this little glass building was our original birdcage. It's where our 2 Argentavises and Tapiharas, I guess they're called, are currently in there. I know it's hard to see, but that's where our smaller flying animals were kept before the Quetzals and the dragons showed up. We didn't even realize we had the dragons in one of the mods till we accidentally flew to the island where they were all at. Then we killed them all and stole all their babies because, that's what you do in this game. You genocide things and then you raise their children as your own, like America. I don't know. It's just a quick tour there, but back to the review of the game. The game works great now. When I'm not doing 6 things at once, I have no lag issues. I am currently paying for a private server that I am the admin of for certain settings, so stuff is clocked up to save time. So if anyone makes it to the end of this video and decides to join us via the options I have for joining us, know that everything is turned up for time's sake. We have more harvest stuff, the taming speeds are turned up, the egg hatching speeds are turned up, baby maturation is turned up. I don't know why they're currently doing this crazy looking mosh pit. Clipping is still the biggest issue with this game. Let's just walk away from that. So the game, this server in particular, is designed as a time-saving server. Everything is faster than normal. If a bunch of people decide to join, or if we have people start joining and people want to discuss different settings like PvP, turning off certain things, going back to vanilla overall for certain things in the game, I'd be up for that if there's enough people who want to do that. As it is right now, like I said, it's set up to time save. You don't belong to me. Why are you in here? I missed. Oh, look at that. I suck. But, yeah, basically you can join us from there. Anyone who's played this may have noticed I didn't consume any ammo right there. I set it to, I'm on God mode basically right now, so I can do the tour without having to worry about overheating or wasting food or anything, since I'm not actually playing right now. I'll dive into the ocean while I finish talking just to show you guys what's up. I do plan on building a base underwater if the server continues in the way it's currently set up. But if I was to rate the game right now, I mean, anyone who's watched any of my other reviews, and you guys have given me some great feedback on those, I appreciate it if you're back from any of those. And if you'd like more, let me know. I was hoping to do a review of the Star Wars movie as well, which I know is weird territory. Or if you have any requests, let me know on that. But I'd have to give this like a 9 out of 10 right now. I mean, it does have some glitchy, weird stuff just by dint of being an open world game. But I honestly, I feel like you have to forgive a certain level of that for being an open world game for any game that has that kind of problem. I mean, GTA, stuff like that, anything open world has those weird open world issues that are unique to open world games. So, is what it is. It's a super fun game. It's got a ton of depth. There is endgame story and like lore and content that's kind of hidden from what they show you. I won't ruin any of that for anyone that wants to play. But yeah, I mean, like I said, great game. I'm going to throw my 9 out of 10 on that. Anyone that's watched my other reviews, which is how I started this thought, I've been super critical of stuff. Like, I don't forgive when there's issues, and while this game has some buggy, random stuff that can happen, overall the game is great. And like I said, it is a private server, and I know a lot of complaints people have had have been, people that are already set up on servers make the game unplayable because they're all, they've got everything blocked off and established tribes, or kind of screwing the game up for everybody else. Sorry if there's a little jump there. Things went down here under the ocean. Get it? Down under the ocean. Don't leave. I'm sorry. The music you're hearing kicking in is because I'm being chased by sharks. It's terrifying under the water. I don't know why I came down here. But yeah, the issue with the open, ooh, get away from that giant squid. I'm gonna die. The issue with the open servers is that the established tribes are abusive. I mean, I acknowledge the issue with the open servers. If you're playing single player, stuff like that, the game is still fully worth it. I've been playing with some friends from my Discord, a buddy of mine, stuff like that, so we've got other people playing. So, alright, so this is the part of the video where I'm gonna chill a little bit, because I'd like to start doing this. I've been getting great feedback from people, from uploading some stuff, and a small little group of you guys keep coming back, which I really appreciate. Let me start this off by saying I am not, starving artist begging for money having this moment right now. This is purely because I don't have disposable income to spend on doing this as a thing in my life. There'll be a link to, I set up a Patreon page, excuse me, that basically is, a couple tier reward things. They're two very basic ones. There's not, a huge business model on the thing. It's purely if you just want to support the page so I can upload more and go from there. One of the rewards is our Discord and access to this server, which I currently pay for, which is why it's a paid reward and I'm not just inviting people. There are certain games that if, you guys want to hit me up just in the comments, I'm more than happy to play, open games with people. This one, because it does cost me out of pocket for the server, will be a Patreon reward if, there's any movement on it, and you'd like to join us. Like I said, if anyone is interested in joining, people that come in, you will have a say on settings. If you guys want to change anything or go back to pure die-hard vanilla, I'm good with that. Once we have some people and can make an informed decision on that, and we can go from there. If anyone does decide to follow, like I said, there's a link in the description, and it has some breakdown on stuff like that. This is not me asking for you to feed me. I am not starving. I'm not having problems money-wise in life, so this is not me begging. This is just purely to support the channel. I do not have a side income currently to spend on buying equipment for streaming, uploading. I'm using a free crap video editing software to upload these. Better microphone, things like that. So I don't have that kind of money. This would go entirely towards that. Excuse me, Carnosaur, I don't even remember taming. How'd you get here, Mario? You're from the other base. Sorry for that aside. This is our skeletal Stegosaurus. No one's fed him in a while. He's starving. It's a skin from an achievement. Don't worry, he's fine. So yeah, like I said, if you can't support it or you choose not to, that's fine. You're still welcome here. And if you've made it this far into the video, I love you. You're my new favorite people. Feel free to keep watching the videos. Feel free to join the Patreon page. Whatever you'd like to do. I really do appreciate the feedback I've gotten from everyone. So, if you want to leave a comment telling me to go jump and I'm asking for too much, let me know. If you want to leave a comment saying, hey, thanks for the fun videos, please upload more, that'd be great too. Hey, thumbs up, whatever you got to do. I appreciate all of you again. Thank you so much for hanging out. My new subscribers. Hopefully I see you again soon.